Okay, in this video I'm going to be talking about how I took this bass here, which was originally fretted, and converted it to be fretless. This is an ESP LTD. Got this many years ago. Specific model is B206SM. It's a maple body. I put this Lego finish on it, but I'm not going to get into that. Got bass, closer here. Bass, midge, treble, volume, pickup blend. So yeah, I got this fretted and decided one day to turn it into a fretless because I wanted, I wanted to do some Primus stuff with it. Wanted to play all the 6-string fretless stuff. So the way I did it was, first of all, I'm not a professional luthier. There are probably better, cleaner ways out there to do this. What I did is a little dirty. It will give you a fretless bass, but again, it's not the cleanest method. I did it the way Jaco Pastorius did it. Well, according to a few sources on the internet, I found how he did it. So, for what that's worth, it could be crap. So anyway, first thing I did, you get some nip pliers. They're pliers that look like a claw on the end of it, and you use those to rip the frets out. Now I think I've seen people say before you want to get the wood kind of warm, like warm it up so the frets come out easier. I didn't do that. I just went ahead and ripped them out, and it splintered the rosewood fingerboard a little bit. Let me show a couple places here where it did that. Like my shadow's messing with it. Here. Those spots, that's where the rosewood chipped, and what's filled in is wood glue. No, not wood glue, wood filler. And that brings me to the next thing. Next step is, so those gaps where frets used to be, fill in those with wood filler. Wood filler comes in different colors. This is the color I chose. And get it in there all you can, like pack it in there. And that's going to create like excess wood filler, caked on top of your fingerboard. And after that dries, you get rid of that wood filler, the excess, to get it smoothed down. You get rid of that with sandpaper, you sand it down. And because you're using sandpaper, you're sanding down, the surface of the rosewood. It's going to make it look ashy. It's going to change the way it looks. I didn't like it. I wanted, the wood look. So you can use linseed oil and rub it into the wood, and it'll restore the natural color of the wood. Well, for rosewood it does anyway. I'm not so sure about maple. I mean, I'd imagine it would, but I don't know to a certainty. Okay, and after that I covered the top of the fingerboard with epoxy glue. And I think that was the most delicate part of the procedure because, this is glue you're dealing with. And with epoxy, it's strong glue. Once it's dried, it's staying. So, any dust, any little bits or anything that's in the air, lint off of clothing, is going to stick and dry in it. So be careful of that. When the epoxy's drying, I would, put something over it, but not touching it to kind of protect it. And yeah, I don't use flat wound strings. I use round wound strings. I just like the way it sounds better. It's just, it's got more kind of bite to it. And, some bass players are against doing that. They say it'll, eat into your fingerboard. And I'm not sure that it has. And if it has, it doesn't bother me. I don't really care. The way it sounds, I like the way it sounds. I like the way this feels. I like the way it plays. I don't really care. This was a $400 bass, I wouldn't do this to like, an expensive Warwick, I'd hire a professional to do it, but... So you can see here the low B, it's kind of eating into it, but I'm not so sure that that's eating into the wood so much as it's eating into the epoxy. Again, I don't really mind. So yeah, that's about it.